Hey guys, Todd here with Great Escape Farms. I am in California on vacation, and the whole reason I'm here is we stopped at Folktale Winery and Vineyards for a wedding, and we just made a week of it and stopped at different places. But I finally got back. The wedding was Saturday, today is Wednesday. I finally got back and did a tour of this place. I've actually already done the tour, and I have to apologize that I had I went several different ways I didn't necessarily planned. So there was a wedding rehearsal that I walked in the middle of, and there was also another event that I had to rush through the tasting area. So it still ended up being a fairly decent tour of the place, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm standing here in front of some of the wines, and they have the vines almost trimmed like trees here. Let me see if these guys have any yep, you can see right in there, there's a bunch of grapes on that one. So it's really cool how they have that here. I almost think this is more for decorative purposes. Go ahead and step back here a little. And this is in the front area by their parking lot. Matter of fact, let me pan around here and show you what we have. So they have that area there, a couple workers in the back setting up. That little area back there, we actually had a wedding in that area earlier this weekend. Actually, that's the whole reason that I'm here. So was to come join the wedding. I'll take a run back there in a moment. A bunch of vineyards back there. Again, I'll take a run back there, and their tasting room is back over here, and we'll also take a run over there in just a moment. So this is looking down through. You can see the different vineyards off on each side, and the way they had the wedding set up is, you can notice that this is all just dirt over here, and right here there is the wood chips down, and they actually had the wedding party walk up through on the wood chips and through the vines here, and then they came out where everybody was sitting. But you can see these are a little more vine-like, but also a little tree-like. They have them, the vines set up, and they all have little grapes set up on them here, come along, and lots of them. I don't know what type there are here. I'll have to ask. The winery itself ferments several different types of wine, so I'm not. The wineries, other wineries I've been to, they actually have them listed, and I can't go on further right now. It looks like they're doing a practice for another wedding over there, so let me go to another area. Okay, so I moved off. The wedding party is on the other side of the vines here, so that is the building, and the wedding itself actually takes place. They have an opening with grass in the area over there that they set up seats on. So that building there, to be honest with you, I don't think the bride and groom got set down there. They got set and ready down at this building here, and that's also the patio area where you see the red car there. That's where we had kind of a cocktail hour, and we were out there for about an hour, and then we went inside and out on the back there, and we actually had dinner out there, and then they had a DJ set up, and in the building itself with the dance floor and everything. Everybody was dancing and everything until probably 11 o'clock at night. So it's just a very, very picturesque scene. If you look up above, up there, there's a house up there, so it kind of gives you an idea of the height of that hill. It's very tough to show height and stuff like that in a camera, but I mean, that's a full-on mansion up there on the hill, and it's not that far away from the building itself, so it's a pretty steep curve. You can see the driveway of that place goes up off to the side there at an angle, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful place. And one more view of the vineyards itself, or the grapevines going in the back, just all the way around here. So conservation of water usage is very, very important in California. I just wanted to point out the hose coming up here, and every so often you have, hopefully this coming out here, but you have these things right at the base or the trunk of a vine here, and that is going to water in the most efficient manner possible the grapes here, so that it's not just a sprinkler system or something like that, so it gets right into the roots itself and conserve as much water as possible. Okay, so while I was shooting the last section of the video, the wedding party finished up. So this is where they come down the wood chips right here, and then they set up the day of the wedding however you want out here. So the way it was for us is it was kind of diagonal facing the drums there, the barrels, and they had flowers up on the barrels, and they actually got married. I don't think there was an arch, but they got married in between the barrels there, and everybody was watching them. So really, really neat and picturesque how it all goes down here. And one last view here, and then we'll head on into the vineyard itself. Okay, and the tasting area is down through this archway here. And let's see, today is a Wednesday, so not a whole lot of activity here today. But when we were here over the weekend, and do a quick pan around here, you can see it's just beautiful inside, roses everywhere, and all very pretty. When we were here over the weekend, they had a person out here greeting you, and they gave you a bottle of champagne when you first came in, and then got you set up on the wine tasting. There were loads of people, some out here standing around, others sitting and tables in there. Others just had a blanket set up on the grass here, and they're shutting down early tonight. They're going to have some kind of a concert here, so a Wednesday night concert, and they have different games here that you can play. What do they call that game? Cornhole, and a couple other different games, and just a beautiful and picturesque. Go ahead and take a run inside now. Okay, I need to get through here quick. They have an event coming on, but this is where I did my tasting over the weekend. And then this section back in here is almost a little more bar-like. And in the back section here, they have restrooms in different areas, and it looks like they have a t-shirt shop here. I may have to get one of these. This black t-shirt I'm wearing is getting a little on the warm side. And one last view in here. Like I say, this is just absolutely beautiful to hang out in. Okay guys, that's it for Folktale Winery and Vineyards. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and have a great day.